Only one astrologer correctly predicted COVID, World War II, and the fall of the USSR. And he had things to say about what's happening in 2026. Let me tell you. Andre Barbault was a French astrologer who was born back in 1921, I think. And he was the first one to realize that outer planets are connected to political shifts in society. Because we didn't even discover the outer planets until like the 1800s into Pluto was discovered in 1920 something. So he did a lot of work and research on those outer planet cycles and how they are connected to different political eras in history and how those cycles work together, right? And he created this whole index where he looked at like the distance between outer planets and he used that to make a lot of his predictions. He was also very interested in the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which is what we're having this Friday. It happens every 36 years. And that was a big part of him making the prediction about the Kremlin having a major restructuring in 1989, which he predicted back in 1955. He's the only one who said COVID would be a global pandemic. Like, everybody knew 2020 was some big astrology, but like, he's the one who was like, yeah, I think that's a global pandemic. So he's one of the forefathers of mundane astrology, okay, in the modern times. And he said that when we have this alignment this summer, it's going to be like a collective awakening for people, and that it's going to be, he said this is a really favorable year for humanity, right? And that over the next 4 years, as we have several times that the outer planets come in and out of aspect with each other, that there will be these shifts towards resources being allocated more evenly. Like, we're going to close the wealth gap. You know, people are going to, the war, there's going to be an intense period right now, okay? But it's going to end with like people being more anti-war and people being more willing to help each other. He saw us going to a more utopian type of society. Like, you don't want to like imagine these things as happening like lightning strikes, you know, like it's a series of events. So it's not like 2030, we're all just going to wake up and it's going to be amazing. But like in 20 years, we will be in a much more equitable society that favors all of us. That's what he says, okay? Now, a lot of astrologers poo-poo at the idea that the world could be getting more utopian, but they're the same ones who told you that Kamala was going to win. So I wouldn't listen to them.